I took 3 Hypixel Quakecraft maps and completely flipped them upside down. Then I put it on a custom Quake server and took people from my Discord server to come help me play on it. But wait, according to my YouTube statistics, 59.9% of my viewers are unknown. If you haven't already, be sure to become known. It's free and you can always become unknown again later. Oh god, I started inside 2 people. So, first up, we've got the most underwhelming one, I think, in my opinion. This is mines that I've flipped upside down. Why am I starting with the most underwhelming one? Because nothing screams audience retention graph quite like putting something boring at the very start of your video. Honestly, this one's basically pretty similar to regular mines. It's just a lot more janky. There's a lot more cluster in the middle of it, and it's generally quite a bit harder to navigate. I did obviously spend some time to smooth everything out. I put slabs all over the place, as well as blue launch pads, so that it still actually functions as a map. Because obviously if you just took the map and flipped it upside down as itself, you wouldn't really be able to get it anywhere. So I did take quite some time to make sure everything's actually all playable and traversable, and in the end, you know, it functions. If nothing else, I don't think I'd ever choose to play this over the normal one, but hey, it functions pretty well. It reminds me a lot of the original Mines because there's just so much clutter in the way, and that's how the old versions of Mines was before it got revamped in early 2019. And for comparison, I'm going to do the regular version of every map. So here is the exactly what we just did, except regular, which feels much better. It's a lot more flat, a lot more open, not so much clutter. If you take a look, there's like that giant gear that we were kind of walking on before, and it's overall, it's pretty neat to see them upside down, I will say. Even if they don't play astounding, the gimmick value of it, I guess, I feel is really nice and high. I don't know if that's the right word there, but they all still play pretty well. Like I said, this is probably the least interesting out of the 3 that we will be checking out today. There's only 3 maps with roofs on them, and obviously if you flip the regular map upside down, you would just fall off the bottom, I guess, unless you wanted to play like on the bottom of the map, but I'm pretty sure 99% of the bottoms of maps are just flat, like completely all the way across, so that wouldn't really work super well. Oh man, I'm kind of choking here. I had a little bit of a lead there, I'm pretty sure, and then it kind of fell off. Next up, oh my god, I started inside 2 people again. I'm getting lucky with these spawns here. Next up, we've got Dig Site 2 flipped. This is probably my favorite, like visually, or maybe just overall. I think it looks super cool, and if you see, if I look up at the sky here, there's the sort of 3 boxes, obviously, that would you'd normally be playing on and sort of avoiding. This one's fun. It sort of reminds me a bit of Lost World in that the mid is basically just a big like lowered platform, and then everybody else is jumping in from the outside. Yeah, I guess the regular map is a bit like that as well, but this is more extreme. You're jumping down quite a bit. This layer of orange glass that we're walking on by default is actually way down there, so I did have to raise it up probably about like 100 blocks at least. I think I raised it up to make this like play better, just because I figured if you were dropping down that far, it would be a bit weird. You'd probably like never be able to get to the ground, and you certainly wouldn't be able to get back up. Like I said, wanted all these maps to be 100% traversable, and I feel like I just keep getting the same spawn over and over, but there are, you know, all of the spawns roughly in their regular places, as well as a few that are down here as well. And they are all completely traversable, so you can go all the way around the upside of the map without ever touching the bottom, and you can go all the way back up with the blue launch pads as well. And of course, we are going to play the regular for comparison. Once again, this map feels probably better. I mean, honestly, I think out of the 3 that we have lined up today, my flipped version of Dig Site 2 plays the best. Probably just because it's, you know, so flat, which is generally like a good thing, and it's very easy to navigate. But yeah, Dig Site 2 just overall has always been one of my favorite maps. I definitely think it's a community favorite as well. There's not many people who dislike it. This is a little bit hectic. It's only usually meant for 7 players, and we currently have 9 on the server, I believe. So obviously it's a little bit on the hectic side compared to how the average game might go, but you know, that's enjoyable too. I like the chaos sometimes. Obviously that's what this server is all about, is just kind of having a good time. And of course, shoutouts to Blackoutburst for oh, I won. Oh no, I didn't. The scoreboard broke. Yo, GG, easy win with 24 kills. We take those. And of course, I just got 3 kills off the spawn. That's literally happened every single flipped map. Last but not least, we have Upside Down Martian, or Martian Flipped, however you want to say it. And this one I think is like the most fun to look at. Like, not necessarily the most pretty, but it just looks really cool to see upside down like this. And Oh, I think I messed up slightly. There's supposed to be barriers along that bottom so that it's a little bit easier to travel, but I guess I missed a few blocks. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward to navigate. Obviously, it's not meant for this like at all, but of course I had to add in a bunch of staircases, and this I just barriered off because I couldn't think of a good way to like incorporate that lower area pretty much at all. But overall, I just love the gimmick of this, and although I do prefer the original maps, obviously I don't think I made any improvements here necessarily. It is just so cool to even just like fly around and look at the map. Debatably cooler than actually playing it. And of course, to end off the video, we are on the regular version of Martian. These games have been going so fast, it's hard to even actually, you know, give a full like showing offing of the map. I don't think I meant to say that really, but you know what I mean. It's hard to sort of display the map in its full glory, because like I said, it's if you just take the map by itself and flip it with world edit, it's not really going to be playable or traversable for the most part, so I did have to spend quite a bit of time making sure everything was traversable and also still looked good without making like too many changes to it. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I make that many changes, because nobody's really going to be able to tell if something was different with like the roof. Like, I don't know what the roof pattern on this map looks like at all, really. You could probably change quite a few parts of it and I wouldn't really notice, so I wouldn't be able to spot exactly what's different. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here just on a regular map of Apex here, but I want to give, of course, a massive shout out to my enemy, Blackoutburst, for making this possible, running the server and hosting it and all that. All of his links will be in the description. And of course, this video was recorded entirely with members from my Discord server. If you would like to participate in future events and recordings, please be sure to join my Discord server. Link is in the description as always, and you can go over to the Reaction Rolls channel and give yourself the events roll if you'd like to be in these in the future. Hopefully I can get the last few kills here before I end off my outro. All right, there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Rackals, and peace.